Hi everyone, I'm Dave, and welcome to part two of installing your overhead door. This is basically to help you make a decision on whether or not you want to install the overhead door. The first section, vertical tracks, backing around the door, and all those type of things, fairly straightforward. Today we'll get into do a quick run over on the finish portion of the video here. I'll zip through fairly quickly. Basically, it was just a matter of carefully manhandling those panels into place. Let's go right up here. There was nothing too complicated about this. Once you had all the panels sorted and everything, it was just screw them together, get them in place up until leaving the last one open. Here, let's stop that there. Leaving the last one open to while you put the horizontal tracks in. The horizontal tracks, there was a slope from back to front if you were using a power opener. If you're putting in a standard chain lift or just lifting by hand, then you would put those at level. On this particular door brand, it was a 1/4 inch a foot, so an inch every 4 feet, so it was 3.5 inch slope from front to back on the 14-foot long track. The next phase of the operation was where it got a little more where the technical part came in and where the decision making on whether or not to install this on your own comes into play. I'm not sure if it's best to show in the video. I actually may just go to the actual instructions here. In the instructions on this, once you have your panels all in place and your tracks all set up, and this one here shows, actually I finally found one with the proper brackets shown in position. Make sure that you put these brackets on in with the longer leg towards the top. Let's zoom in a couple times here. Otherwise it will not clear, the garage door will not clear those there, so don't forget to do that. Now when it shows here winding on is a black on this side and red on this side. Interestingly, the door panels that I got came with directions that did not show that type of bracket, did not give me the black and red color. It's like they were for a different set of doors, which I found quite interesting. And they only listed a left hand and a right hand spring, not mentioning that they meant a left hand wound and a right hand wound spring, as both springs had the components inserted in the end already. Left hand wound went on the right hand side of the track and right hand wound went on the left hand side of the track. No mention of that again, which basically what I recommend is getting the concept in your head, knowing the fact that this here at your winding points, both sides will be wound upwards. You will always be pushing the tension on upwards, and in doing so, when you tighten the set screw and release the pressure, it is therefore lifting on the outside of this drum and tightening that cable and thereby lifting the door. So it's not complicated once you get the concept of it, but just doing it abstract and show a little bit more what we got here. So this here, pretty much just putting that track in position. I didn't bother showing you, and I'm going to pause it right here. Here you can see I put the tension on the end, got these all bolted into place, got the mounting brackets all in place. These two, because they're a separated bar, have a slotted groove here so that you can tighten them independently, and that allows you to make sure that the cables are equal on both ends. So I'll play forward here and go to this is just tightening the drum. The drum needs to be pushed out right to the outside edge, as that is what holds the bar from going left to right and sliding back and forth. And the that's a square head set screw, which on a socket, if you have a 12 point, I think it was 7/16 or 11 millimeter socket, that tightens those up nicely. This all fairly straightforward, so you can take your time doing this, make sure you get everything right. Then you've got the tightening aspect. Here, if you look down at the bottom, my head camera got bumped and kind of is a little bit high, but you'll see I've got a level sitting in there. Basically what that was for is you're going to want to put something there, because you're letting the bar rest against the door itself and getting your fingers behind it. The tighter you get it, the harder it is to get your fingers behind it. So each time you're releasing that tension on the upper bar, that tension's being transferred to the door, and now you have to get your fingers underneath there, which is a heck of a time. So put something behind it, give yourself some finger room behind it so you can grab onto that and turn it. Now this is a real workout. There's 44 turns had to go on this 10.92 full turns, which equates to 44 quarter turns. Each one is getting a wee bit tighter, and by the time you get to 44, that's a 4 or 5 inch spring there. That sucker is tight. Note that in the instructions it is saying never stand in line with the bar, which good advice. It's saying never to stand in front of the spring, which on the opposite side is a little tougher not to do. I found, being a right-handed person, I found that my left hand, I was lifting with my right, holding with my left, and inserting the bar with my right hand. Once you get this fully tightened, let's skip to where that is. Once you get this fully tightened, then you're going to tighten up the 2 set screws that you see there, again with the 12 point socket. You could use an adjustable wrench or something, but you're going to want to be fairly tight on these, as they're not sitting in that that slot that you see. That is the only thing that has a key in the slot, is the drums on the end. Let's skip forward a little farther here, maybe. Oh no, we're just going to tighten it up. Oh, I was looking for my socket set there, and that I'd put right beside me. These here I find tighten one up fairly tight, then the other one, it kind of pulls the center point of it back, because there is a little bit of play in them, in the size of the opening compared to the size of the bar that goes through the middle. So it's pushing back. So one, as you tighten up one, it's actually tightening up the other as well. So I went back and forth a couple times just to make sure that there was good tension on them. When you later, this here, I had to back it down to 42 quarter turns. So I had to re-loosen these, back it down a couple, which exposed the marks from those set screws, and they're actually indenting right into the bar itself. But basically you're making it weightless is what your goal is in the tension, so that the motor is just turning the bar, and the higher it goes, the less tension there is in the spring, but the less weight it has to lift. So overall it seemed to work pretty well. That's about it. That's about all there is to it. Let's take a quick peek through here, make sure there's nothing I'm forgetting. All the instructions there. This is a auxiliary. This is a little different situation here. Mine didn't have any of those. I don't see that we needed it. Yeah, it's basically showing you the vice grip technique, the wire coming over the track, how it goes, both drums being positioned the same, etc., etc. And the spring always winds up, so that when you tighten it, the torque goes the opposite way, lifting the door. Yeah, just follow these through step by step and you're good to go. So I appreciate you watching, and good luck, and hopefully it gives you a little more input onto whether or not you want to do this on your own. As you are tightening it, though, it's a little bit intimidating, because you are dealing with some serious force there. And at my shop, we had one of these springs break once, and that door came down. If somebody was standing under it, it would have seriously injured or killed them. Like, there's no doubt that a door this size has the potential to do bad things. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye now.